All right, welcome everybody's Faulty Logic podcast number 102. 102. Wow. 102. Fuck.
102.
We got Marcos. We got Diana. We got me. We are Faulty Logic. He is the cream that rises to the top.
To the top.
Yeah, Mean Gene Oakley.
Mean Gene Oakley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, get over there.
Yeah.
Tell me when to stop it.
Booby-doo. Dooby-doo. Dooby-doo. All right. That's
Psych.
us. That is us. So, you think it's gonna? It never ends.
It never ends.
This
It's a
is-
song
just
that
take it as
never
background.
ends.
Yeah, that's what I was about
noise.
to. What was that show called?
Lamb chop.
This is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing and not knowing what it was, and then they kept on singing it forever just because this is a song that never ends. Yeah, well, it ends right there for me.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we just did a podcast. Well,
101.
2 weeks ago we did podcast 101.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know we're like wearing the same clothes, but that's only because
I mean,
we don't care about fashion.
Yeah, dude. Why would I waste thousands and thousands of dollars a year, man, on
or
fashion, bro?
it's I actually did change. I just have like 85 versions of the same thing.
That's
so.
right.
So there.
I
Good
have,
point. Good
I
point.
have
So-
I have one shirt,
Me too.
so
One shirt to rule them all.
Washing
one shirt
machine.
to rule them all. Yeah, it's
We
a
will
concept.
We will make one shirt, 5 shirts, 9 shirts.
9 shirts for mortal men doomed to die.
3 shirts for
Three
the
sh-
elves, 7 shirts for the dwarves, 9 shirts for
Oh,
the
shirts.
humans.
Damn, dude.
What do they say for the 3 elves? Three shirts for the elves, something under the stars. 7 shirts for the dwarfs, something in their halls, and 9 shirts for the mortal men doomed to die. 1 ring, 1 shirt to rule them all.
It's not very promising for the humans.
I know.
Well, that just shows that men are fucking stupid. That was the whole point of all that everything he wrote just comes down to men being fucking terrible. But
That's just like
The
She-Hulk.
hall said to be married.
it's like, here's your gift of death, but we're also going to call it a doom, so it's not scary or anything. Yeah, I don't understand why they want to be immortal. I get it. Anyhow, so yeah, we
Anyway.
all watched Black Adam.
Black
today?
Adam.
Black
I'm not
Adam.
going to get into the whole story because
Yeah, we don't need to recap or anything.
it's a superhero movie where they fight a bad guy. That's pretty much it.
They've
the
been,
Rock is
you know,
The Rock, obviously.
Yeah.
Dwayne
they've been teasing this for, I don't know,
The Rock Johnson.
months, right?
Watched,
Oh, they're doing that.
Adam.
I mean,
So
he's Black Adam.
he is Black
He's
Adam. He's more like mulatto Adam. He's more
he's
Mulatto
he's
Adam.
Polynesian Adam.
His outfit.
I mean, at least he didn't have to fucking put fucking muscle suit on.
That's true.
So
That's true. He's a big dude.
he is a big dude.
Real big dude. I did think his shoulders looked funny.
Hey, look, it's like
Because
he had
his neckline-
baby shoulders and then normal shoulders.
The normal
Yeah.
ones. The neckline on his
He had low.
his shirt looked weird.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
'cause
It bothered me a little bit.
5,000 years of
Well,
fashion,
Cool, man.
but
Especially, it looks so funny when like he went, you know, he Shazammed and went back to his normal self.
He's all skinny.
As his head looks huge. Like,
yeah,
They pulled a
Compared to his
opposite
body?
of Captain America.
Yeah.
it did. It was so I'll say it was an all right movie. I enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me like of Fast and Furious.
I
Just
didn't
kind of
hate
pointless
it.
action.
I didn't hate it. There was a lot of really good action scenes.
I liked it a lot in the
The beginning.
maybe first hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was all right.
Overall, I enjoyed
But
it.
I could see like over
It sounded
towards
like
the
you
end,
farted.
like the last hour, last
did
45
kinda-
minutes. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of the slow mo.
That's exactly so. At the beginning,
Like,
when he's
holy
destroying everyone
fuck.
right outside the mountain,
Yeah.
and the slow mo there is cool because you're seeing like him. It's kind of reminding me of the Quicksilver shit from the Marvel,
Yeah.
Which was
X-Men movies.
awesome.
That's what it kind of looked like. So like times moving slow, he's putting a fucking grenade in someone's mouth,
That was funny.
and then it got
That
to
shit was
later
funny
on.
because he was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, and later on it starts doing the slow mo where it's just like with the air girl, and like it just
Okay.
focus on her face, like
Okay,
when she's
so
slow mo and
I
like
actually liked the slow mo with her.
it seemed
too much.
It was too much. It's just
I actually liked the slow mo with her. Only I think because I liked her character. I thought her scenes were pretty.
they were. I like the colors.
Yeah, I thought she was.
It was too much though.
It was,
man.
and
They
it,
way,
like-
way too much with it.
I think it made more sense with Black Adam because he's moving at that speed, so you see like what he's doing. With her, it was just like to make her look more cinematic and pretty. Like
And they
It
were
was-
doing it
Yes.
with all of
It
them.
was like a dance
They were doing it with all of them.
with her.
Though.
It reminded me of like ballet.
But yeah, I thought like the first scene slow mo when he's playing like Paint It Black when he's killing everybody. Like
I didn't
was-
like that.
I didn't like that either.
I didn't like
I
that.
did not
that
like
was
that.
a bad song choice.
There was a bunch of song choices I didn't like.
No.
That was a bad song choice.
Like
I was like,
it didn't
man.
fit the mood.
That's
didn't.
how we were talking about it yesterday. I don't remember. We were talking about Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Where
I'm just a girl.
that song did not fit
Well,
that
because it's a nine, they
scene.
try and make 90s.
Yeah, and there's other 90s songs that probably would have fit a lot better. I can't think of one.
I think
right
it was
now,
just
but
mainly like, oh, I'm just a girl.
girl power.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that kind of shit. And it was just it didn't
fit.
And Painted Black did not
Like here in
fit.
Black Adam, like the beginning was great. I thought,
Killing
starting really
everybody.
good. The soundtrack when it hit that, it was completely different
It
from
threw
what
it
was
off.
already playing.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
it just, oh man.
There was a part too,
Shit.
a little bit later when he first rescues the son, and like they get kind of do the Western thing,
Oh yeah, well,
and like
Oh,
he's
because it was a parody of the fucking
yeah,
Clint
but there's a
Eastwood
song that
shit.
played there too, and I was like, it didn't fit here either.
it was kind of like the doo 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 doo.
Yeah, well, it was after that when he actually started killing people. That's when it was a different song was playing.
What song was that?
I don't remember.
But yeah, I do remember the Painted Black. I'm like,
That Painted
It
Black did
didn't
not fit,
fit.
man.
there
As
was
soon
a,
as that happened, I'm like, oh,
And
here
it's
we
not
go.
even a matter of like
It's like, here we go.
it's not a good song. Obviously, it's a great song.
just doesn't fit. Like
But-
I wanted more menacing
And
stuff.
and the fucking scene was cool as shit.
It was fucking cool
But
because it was.
It just doesn't
It didn't fit.
with, hey, this dude has been put in his fucking prison for 5,000 years, and then just playing this fucking music. It's just like, God, man, it just doesn't go. It doesn't go
because it has black
think-
in the name of the
Yeah.
song.
I think
It's
like
fucking dumb,
a
man.
metal song would have fit better.
I think they should have kept it to that like
Yeah.
symphonic shit that it was
Yeah.
already playing. That fit
Yeah.
perfect, man.
I think
'Cause
a metal song would have fit better.
But that
too.
scene was
Something
so-
like high tempo.
I think they should have
really
just stayed away
energetic.
from being anything, trying to be like anything modern like that. It's like just keep the soundtrack you were already playing. It was fitting perfectly for his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
But that scene was it really did remind me of Quicksilver because he's doing all this stuff in slow motion. Then when it goes back to normal,
That was
you see
cool.
the outcomes of everything he did.
He was definitely like kind of creepy. You know what I mean? Like
It was scary.
that
I
Painted
will-
Black played. I was like,
I will say this
It took you out of the scene. I don't
about
know.
DC movies and even like the old Fox Marvel movies. Like I like the brutality.
They will murder the shit out
Marvel
of
like doesn't have that
people.
because it's a fucking Disney thing. Like they
Yeah.
have some stuff, but like it's not brutal enough sometimes. Like
I don't know. Multiverse of Madness had some pretty fucking
I mean that's one out of like 20
crazy
something.
fucking.
they
And,
just shied away
and
from that.
honestly, I like the death scenes of the Illuminati and Multiverse of Madness. That was
Like,
probably one of my favorite
Fucking
parts.
Black Bolts was cool, but like you don't see some like when what's her face got crushed. It's just you see it fall on her, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
like
but you saw Reed Richards turn into spaghetti,
yeah, I want blood though. Give me some fucking.
and then his head popped.
that yeah.
Yeah.
When Black Bolt that shit happened, that was fucking legit. But like I think of the like watching the
his head caving in, just
watching
bleh.
the X-Men get killed in Days of Future Past
Or
by
even
the
in-
fucking Sentinels. Like,
even in the Apocalypse one.
yeah, like
he
at the
fucking
beginning.
murdered the
Yeah.
shit out of some people, and that's what you need more. Like I
Like-
feel like they shy away from it so much because they're trying to make it kid friendly. I get it, but at the same
don't.
time,
I fucking
but
like
at
I
the
get it
same
because money.
time, it's like
I just wish
Yeah,
they-
but
Logan
this
was
was-
such a great fucking movie because of how brutal and fucking
and it wasn't Logan that started.
gritty
It was Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool was the one that
Yeah.
finally went like the shit that we've been saying for fucking years. That like, hey, it's time to Turn it up a notch.
If people have
All this-
superpowers, it's gonna get fucking bloody.
These
Yeah.
comics weren't for fucking kids all the
Yeah.
time. man.
I'll give credit where credit's due. You know how I feel about Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but Deadpool finally like,
But
all right, it's gonna be
Deadpool-
rated R, man.
But Deadpool was like, fuck it. We don't give a shit.
and we were saying that shit for fucking years, and then like
years.
these fucking they're like scared, and then they did that, and like, oh look, it still did
then,
great.
But then you also think about like the original Blade movies, that scene in the club,
Yeah.
the blood, and those movies were pretty fucking brutal
Yeah. They
were.
too. And you know what? We need to
Those were the first ones, but they didn't really consider them
no.
that. You know what I
I
mean?
just think the
Hey,
Disney owning them now, man, it's
I don't know.
good
Did
because it
you
gives
watch
them
Werewolf
budget.
by Night?
I did not.
You should.
has man
It's
thing on
fucking great.
Man thing?
it. Yeah.
It's fucking
That shit.
great.
I always like that
It is
fucking character.
It is brutal. It is bloody.
Yeah.
I just want a movie like
It's
that.
so good. It's
Any
so
fucking
good.
mo-
I fucking loved it.
I want like a movie where fucking Sentry shows up and just rips Hercules in
Just
two,
just destroys
like
them.
blood, or fucking Thor just destroys fucking Iron Man, bloodies his suit up, and
Yeah.
No, watch Werewolf by Night. I think
I was
you'd be
going to. I
pleasantly
forgot about
surprised.
that.
Yeah,
It came
check that
out.
one out. It's
It's-
pretty good.
They get away with the bloodiness because it's all in black and white, so they can get away with it. But it's pretty fucking brutal.
I just want like
Some
a
of them get
mainstream
killed
thing.
in some fucked up ways.
Mm-hmm.
They get murdered. Like, I like it. And then like him changing into the werewolf, like it's all practical effects.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. I mean, they only show like the shadow of it, and they use like strobe lights to kind of make it all jerky.
I don't want to have a seizure. Okay.
It just reminds me of those old fucking horror movies. Like the monster
Oh,
movies, like
the Monsterverse, yeah,
Which is
yeah.
what they were going for.
Which is exactly what they were going. I fucking loved it. God, it was so good. It was so like unique
I'll check it out.
compared to a lot of the fucking paint by number fucking superhero bullshit.
Yeah,
that they come out
it's
with.
worth it. It was different. It was effective, and it had man thing in it.
It had man
I'm like,
thing.
oh hell yeah,
His name is Ted.
Ted.
I just wish they do more. I mean, they are doing more and more random characters, but
They're doing more and more like horror. They're like leaning a little to like horror. Like it started with Multiverse. Well, WandaVision, honestly, because WandaVision was kind of horrifying if you really think about it. Like
'Cause she's
she's
a
imprisoning
fucking-
the shit out of all these people.
they'll never understand what you went through. That still bothers me.
You
to
don't
this fucking day.
understand. My robotic dildo
It's like
has been taken away from me. Vision was a real person.
it just.
That poor man.
But yeah, back to this DC
Anyway,
thing.
yeah, sorry.
So yeah, the song choices were kind of stupid.
Meh.
Some of the, even though I laughed at it, some of the humor was kind of like I feel misplaced. Like especially a lot of stuff with the son, like giving him his catchphrase and shit, which is hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious.
I wanted to ask about that though. Like,
I thought it was
how
kinda
did y'all
funny.
feel about the son?
I didn't like the
kinda felt like
human
it was like-
characters.
So there's a part at the end where he's giving a little speech, and it sounded so fucking weird. Like it sounded like you see him give his speech doing the diamond cutter thing, but it sounded like he's in a booth recording it. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't sound like he's
It's
outside.
Super
It
low,
sounded
like he's talking to
weird.
somebody next
Yeah.
to him.
So I think the son is there to be like the everyman character, like trying to relate to this god thing.
The
which-
whole
like-
skateboard thing was fucking stupid. I thought.
I did like that he wore baggy pants.
His outfit was definitely like, hey man, this is 2002.
I was like, wait, what year is this?
and that's not so. Yeah,
I went 90s. I was like, is this 1998? What's going on? I
I
like
guess I
the
didn't-
brother a lot.
yeah. He
The
was.
chunky
He reminded
dude,
me. He
he was
reminded me of the fat guy
hilarious.
from Severance.
Yeah.
The fat
Yeah,
black
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
You know what? The
Hey,
Rock
Spidey,
reminded
do
me
a
of.
flip.
The
That
Rock
guy, yeah.
reminded me of just like Dave Bautista, man.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's the type of humor I was getting from him.
And
So I saw a lot of Marvel in this movie.
Yeah, definitely. Because they were going.
Pierce Brosnan, his
Human.
character is
Human.
great. He was awesome.
I was kind of confused
I
by
was
his
like,
powers.
so he's
though,
Doctor
like-
Strange.
Because
He's Dr.
Doctor
Fate.
Fate's powers in the comics are like different than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess
I
it's,
feel like they watched Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness and No Way Home, and they're like, okay, this is cool, so we're gonna fucking copy this.
because his
I mean,
Doctor Fate in the comics, like he
It
has
worked.
a lot of that stuff, but his every time I've seen him in comics, he's just like kind of like a generic,
So they
like
improved-
magic. Well, yeah,
They
because he's like
improved
his
his
beam. Like I got fucking beams and shit, like Dragon Ball Z kind of stuff.
DC's had these characters usually before Marvel.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
feel like
Marvel does it better.
elaborates on a lot of
They
that
do
shit.
it better, I think.
For the longest time, DC was just introducing more and more. So like, oh, here's this character.
Yeah.
We'll get back to him.
Yeah.
I did like Pierce Brosnan's character, Dr.
I did.
Fate. I liked him a lot.
He was a
but
good Dr. Fate.
It was a lot Doctor Strange for me.
Yeah, his fucking mirror world looking shit.
Yeah, and then, you have, what was it? Atom Breaker?
Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher. And I was like, oh, so he's basically Giant Man.
Yeah.
But so I was thinking about that. I was watching because in Ant-Man he talks about when he's small he still has the mass of a big person, like normal person. So when he
Yeah.
punches, like getting punched way harder. And I was like thought when he goes big, should he still have the same mass of when he's a normal person? So like his punches should be like a fucking pillow because he's so fucking big. That always bothered me about it, but I never really give a shit.
My favorite thing is when he left, he did like the when he was giant, because I was like, that's
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like DC created a lot of these characters before
way
Marvel did.
before.
You know,
way
like,
before.
and Marvel just kind of like,
You know,
okay, we're creating our
obviously-
own kind of that version,
I mean,
and they just make it more exciting. I always thought.
Marvel's characters.
They're
It's like
just
Captain
more-
America. Those like Captain America and Namor are the old ones for
Yeah.
Marvel. Everything
Yeah.
else is like because Batman and Superman are been around
40s?
forever. Yeah,
20s?
When the fuck did they come out?
I know Detective Comics. I think which came out before Action Comics was like the early
That's the
30s.
beginning.
Yeah, like
Yeah, 'cause
Shazam was.
Namor came out before Aquaman
Yeah,
by a lot, and but the Aquaman movies came out before, like Namor is showing up in Wakanda Forever.
fucking Aquaman's.
But I
love-
honestly, I think Namor's new design in fucking Wakanda Forever is fucking badass. He looks so cool
With his flying feet?
with his little.
I like
his little-
they kept that though.
I know,
Yeah.
and then his little pink, pink,
Yeah.
pink, pink. I like that. And I like his like Aztec / Mayan fucking look. I just think he looks fucking cool and not generic.
Yeah, give him non-generic like white person.
Yeah.
in the sea.
Yeah, even though I always saw Namor as like Asian. He looked like Chow Yun Fat to me.
Honestly, Namor always looked like Black Adam to me in the comics. Because Black Adam's kind of like he's got the pointy little elf ears. He's just not the Rock. Well, I always imagine. Well, I didn't have to imagine. I always saw him looking. Yeah, him and Namor always kind of look the same.
I'm not gonna lie, I know nothing about Black Adam.
I like Black
So-
Adam because, which brings me to another part of the movie that I didn't. Well, I liked, and I just kind of wish they would have addressed more. But they kind of did. Like, Justice Society shows up. Like, we're here to save you now, after years of you being fucking occupied.
Yeah.
Which is what
They
like,
do address that though. They're
Yeah,
like,
she brings it up. Like, where the
Bitch.
fuck were you at when they
when they
like?
killed my husband, like
And I kind of like because I was wondering because in the comics. Most of the time, Black Adam's the bad guy, and I was like, "How are they going to make him like the hero?" And
he's
then,
an anti-hero, right?
well, he is now,
Or-
but in the
okay.
beginning, he was always the
like
bad
a
guy.
villain.
And like, I was like, "How are they going to?" I mean, The Rock, so we got to make him a good guy. And I was like, I
But
guess
he
that
wasn't
makes
really.
well, but
I mean, he was, but he wasn't. I don't know.
but I was trying. I figured like they were going to make him like I'm Superman, kind of like I'm the perfect good guy. And I was like, how are they going to do that? And like, it makes sense because if the Justice League or Justice Society would have done their shit, Intergang wouldn't have taken over this fucking place.
True.
And it's
Yeah.
like, where have you fucking been? I've seen that in a bunch of movies. Like, where the fuck have you been for the last 20 years? We've been getting fucked up over here.
Now you motherfuckers want
Oh,
to do something.
Now you want to show up and do something.
Because I was when this was going on, I was like, man, fuck the Justice Society. Now you want to get involved when there's someone there who can actually do something. It's like you kind of
Yeah.
wanted the status quo to be maintained.
Yeah.
But so I like kind of how they did that with Black Adam because in the comics he is kind of anti-hero, but he's always like kind of does the thing like, hey, you can do what the fuck you want, but as soon as you spit on someone from Kahndaq, whatever you say, however you say it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And that's how he's been, in comics for the longest time. Like, I'll help the Justice League now because if the Earth is destroyed, so is my country. So I'm a good guy now. But hey, you want my help for some shit's going on in America? I don't give a fuck about America. That's not my country.
So let's go over how
fair.
like the movie goes. So obviously they're searching for the crown, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it started.
Which it gave me some Lord of the Rings vibes
Yeah.
with the fucking the shit,
Yeah.
the saying or whatever, the fucking shit inside the fucking crown.
Oh yeah, like the ring.
Death is the way to the life or
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, the one crown to rule them
Yeah.
all type shit.
So they got to go through a checkpoint in their little Scooby van. They're obviously hiding.
The brother was my favorite.
The brother was pretty
chunky,
cool. Yeah,
the
it's
chunky
funny.
brother. I liked him. He got shot.
He just had that role of like that Marvel humor, you know.
Yeah,
like-
Yeah.
like fucking what's his face in Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Fucking,
Luis.
yeah.
Yeah,
Luis.
he just. I don't know. Like he got shot in the stomach. I actually got concerned. I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Like, oh
please
man,
don't
that
kill
sucks.
him.
Yeah.
Please don't kill him. How dare you?
So they go through that checkpoint. The
him.
kid distracts the fucking guard. Hey, piece of shit. Blah blah blah. Then they go and they get to that mountain, right?
Which that's weird to me that no one's looked in this thing.
I know.
In 5,000 years.
Okay, so the one thing I was really confused about in the beginning, and I don't know if I just missed it, but I thought that was a different planet. Kandok.
Oh, really?
I thought it was a different planet, so I was like, wait, are they on Earth?
Well, they said like before Rome, before
Yeah.
Egypt.
So
This
I
was
did.
the first like civilization.
So I did just miss
which
it
didn't
then.
make sense to me because like the first civilization. Well, it's more DC, so I'm
DC always makes up there.
Well, I got like, well, what about fucking Jericho? That existed 12,000 years ago. Like,
you went into the history
Yeah, yeah.
nerd shit. Yeah.
I always see DC as like they're gonna make up their own places and all this shit. Usually,
I mean,
Which,
yeah,
okay, I'm fine with that. But it just confused me because I
Yeah.
was like, is this on a different planet? Or are we still on fucking Earth?
this hurts.
And then it showed like later, I was like, why do they have vans and shit on a different planet?
hey,
Oh, so it took me a second to reconcile the
this
fact.
is Earth.
Oh no, it's Earth. Okay, got it. All right, cool. All right, shit. It took me a second, yeah, but
So yeah, they get to the mountain.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them, right? Well, 4 with the
yeah. I'm
mom.
sorry. What happened with the one guy who died?
It
That
So
shit
they didn't
was so
explain.
fucking
Like, I just assumed that the
strange.
fucking one dude just tossed him off.
and that's what I was thinking.
Well, but no, because he was missing before.
Yeah.
No.
No, they.
So the guy
three
that
of them
the guy
went
that
in.
died was with the girl, and he's like, "Hey, where's Ishmael? Whatever his name is." And he
like,
went to
yeah.
look, and that's when you see he gets thrown off. So I think it was the Ishmael guy, whatever his name is.
They
that
make
threw
it
him
so
off.
like obvious.
Fucking-
who
yeah, I know.
Montage
It's like,
was,
obviously this
though.
dude is-
like obviously he's bad news.
yeah, he had
bears.
what do you say? He was claustrophobic.
Obviously this
He had
guy
to get some air.
Bad
But see,
news bears.
so
like,
Shithead.
when they're in the van before they get there, like the guy in the middle, the one who died,
Yeah.
I thought he was sketchy because he was asking
too.
like, "Well, why is this?" Like questioning the girl, like,
Like
See,
he
I
was
didn't
like
get
butthurt.
sketchy. I didn't get sketchy from him. I just got like, oh, he's a dickhead.
I did a little bit at first. I'm like, it seems like he's upset because why didn't my family or
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get
Oh,
this
yeah,
shit?
why
I just
didn't-
thought he was a dickhead. I was like, so he just has an attitude problem.
well, how'd you know that? Well,
Yeah.
my fucking, or how'd you get? My grandma gave it. Well, where'd she get it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Like it's called an inheritance, bitch.
Well, and then I did doubt like the brother, right? A little bit, just because they get there. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I got bad knees. You know, I'm like, oh, what's this?
But it
motherfucker
turned
up
out to be true.
Yeah.
He just wanted to hang out.
the
and
three
listen
that
to
go
his
up there?
music.
So yeah, they get in there. One guy dies. The fucking inner gang shows up, and she gets the crown. Brother's about to die, so she shows
says
up.
Shazam.
She's like, reads the thing, says Shazam, and he
And
shows
he's
up.
like, you waited till 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit made me
5,
laugh.
4.
That shit made me
And it
laugh.
was even past one. Like,
Yeah.
he said one, like, okay, he's going to fucking shoot him now. Yeah, Shazam. Black Adam shows up, grabs the one dude, fucking executes the shit out of him, and then just starts killing people.
he murders.
The way he got, I didn't know it was gonna go that way, man.
No, me neither.
Because I saw that part.
I
like,
actually really enjoyed that they went that direction because, my God, he murdered the
No, that was good.
fuck out of these
Wait,
people.
what'd you see it in?
they released that part of the
Okay.
movie like a couple months ago.
See, I didn't
like,
see
the first,
that.
like 3
No,
minutes of that part.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm like, damn, he's
And
straight
that's-
up like
He's
fatality.
straight up, yeah. Yeah,
that's
it
one- that's
reminded me of
another
some Mortal
thing.
Kombat shit.
I like about the DC movies, like
They're willing to go a little darker.
outside of that, like when they show their speed feats, like it's like they show it in normal time. He's just like looks like he's just fucking teleporting, but you see he's kind of moving. Like anytime they show anything speed related to Marvel, it's always like slow motion.
Yeah, it reminded me
Except
of
for
like
Eternals.
Oh yeah, with Icarus.
And,
yeah.
and I thought
That shit reminded me of like
Makari.
Yeah, Makari.
Makari.
that's-
like
I
some
thought that
fucking
was some of the best shit
Super
ever.
Saiyan Dragon Ball shit. Like
Yeah.
it looked like it was like, you know,
Like,
like
'cause I-
teleporting and shit.
Like, cause I always like seeing like he's just fucking punches someone and then he just appears across the room and
Yeah.
punches someone else. Like, I thought that was kind of cool.
It was
yeah,
I
creepy.
will
It was
say
eerie.
the action in this movie was fucking great.
It was.
I really really enjoyed a lot of the fight scenes.
I like the action. I didn't enjoy too much of the slow mo though.
There was too much slow mo.
The first part when he's killing people, like,
It was great.
That was cool. Cause,
Yeah.
but then after that, yeah,
It
it's
just
like,
went on too
And
long.
I don't know. I enjoyed the slow mo with the girl because I'm like, I guess it makes sense because she's twirling around in the wind. But they overdid it.
They
I was like,
fucking
did Zack Snyder fucking show up for this
so
shit?
there's
overdid
parts
it
of
by
it
a
with her
lot,
were
man.
good, where you actually like, because if they don't show it slow mo, you're not gonna see what she's doing. Like when she's get like the beam,
poles or
yeah.
whatever?
So I get that part.
Yeah.
But there's parts where she's just like twisting, and it's like,
It's like, okay,
They just made it
I don't
because
need
it
to
was
see it.
pretty.
but
And
it's
I'm
too
fine with
much.
that.
It's
It
too
w- it
much.
was too much.
I'm like, oh,
I liked her character.
It became predictable. It became really predictable.
her
It's like
too.
I liked her character.
It's about to like, oh, here we go. They're fighting.
Here she goes.
The slow mo's about to hit. Not just with her, just with everything.
Yeah, everybody.
Like, here goes. The
I
fu-
did like
there it
the
is.
scene where
There it
she
is.
was
There it
her
is.
little tornado and then she threw fucking Atom Smasher.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was kind of cool.
See, and there's a, so
and then
with,
you see him stumble in the background because he's an idiot.
with all the characters,
Too much,
I
man.
really liked how we didn't have going through the whole backstory. Like,
Yeah.
just introduce them. Like, I don't need a backstory for every single fucking character. I mean, with her, it did a little bit how she got her.
I'm not gonna lie. Like in
She
the
only talked about
yeah.
it.
in the
but
beginning, I was kind of like just going with the backstory of The Rock and all that crap.
Yeah, well, obviously The Rock has his backstory,
Yeah,
but the other,
but it was
characters-
still kind of like I wasn't really invested in it.
That's a whole ass movie. You could
I
have done a
thought-
whole ass movie on.
It was shot kind
They
of weird
did-
too. It
they
looked kind of
did.
weird.
It's called Scorpion King.
Yeah.
I was about to say it reminded me of like 300.
And like, it was kind of weird when they showed it as him being the son at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't how it goes. Because the trailers kind of give that part away. Like, you see him holding his dead son. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
I don't know that I've ever actually watched a fucking trailer for this movie at all.
They only had like one.
I went
There
into
was the
it.
one.
Yeah.
I went into it just
Blind,
blind,
which is good.
to everything. So I was like, I don't know what's going
I
on.
think it's a better way to go into these movies.
Sometimes, yeah.
But yeah, like, I kind of like how the characters are there and they're already established. You don't need to like, oh, how did Carter Hall get his Hawkman powers?
I did like that
he just has 'em.
Fonzie was Uncle
Yeah,
Al.
that part
I
was
like,
surprising.
Hey,
Yeah, that was cool.
And then I like how Carter Hall is basically Professor Xavier with his house and the fucking X jet coming out from the
Yep.
fucking garden.
No,
I was like, damn,
Pierce
this is-
Brosnan was awesome.
Like,
in
this has got a
movie.
big ass yard, man.
I know, right?
I'm like,
Pierce Brosnan was awesome in this movie. I really liked Aldous Hodge as fucking Hawkman. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I thought he was fucking
Kind of
great.
showed a little bit.
Little bit,
the-
but
the
my
character,
favorite-
not the acting.
My favorite thing was like him scolding Atom Smasher.
that shit.
And
That
Me
shit
and you.
me and you
Twice.
on the ship.
That was funny.
Roger
And
that.
it's crazy because
Roger
like
that, sir.
I'm so used to seeing like Falcon, like who's just a normal dude. So I forget this guy's actually super powered.
He's
So when he's like
superpowered. So he
going
was
toe to toe with
whooping
him,
ass.
like
He
okay.
was whooping ass. It was awesome. Like
was.
the fight scenes were great.
They really were.
They were really fucking well done. Like it didn't look cheesy to me.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
was,
know.
and like the effects
I
were
like
good.
that
'cause
Atom Smasher got lost because I was like, that's real. That
Like,
happened.
where the fuck are you going?
He was like,
like-
oh, I got turned around.
The CGI was pretty good too, because like some of these Marvel movies lately, like I think of Infinity War with fucking Hulk or
Oh yeah.
Banner and the fucking
In the
Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster,
Oh, man,
it
Like
was
how crappy it
so
looked. Like this one,
bad.
like it looked really
It looked
well.
pretty good.
It did
The
look
only
good.
time I noticed like something kind of weird was with the wings and shit with Hawkman.
Occasionally,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, it was just the beginning though. That was it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Everything else looked fucking fine.
He looked awesome. I think his shit looked really fucking cool. I liked his character a lot.
Yeah, it was a
So I was actually a little sad when Pierce Brosnan died. I was like,
I like Pierce Brosnan.
yeah. I wonder
okay,
like
Doctor Strange, fate.
what they're gonna do because like Doctor Fate's one of the main players in the
They'll
DC.
bring him back.
I'm sure, like in the comics, they always have like other people take over because that he's old, like fucking Zatanna and Zatara will take over and do that shit.
I like the friendship between him and Hawkman too. I thought that was kind of cool.
And like other thing, so they're the Justice Society. This obviously takes place in DC main continuity. So like, where the fuck is the Justice League?
Yeah.
And like, why do they have two Justice teams?
They kind of mentioned it like, they don't care about this shit or whatever.
It's because like the Justice Society, like they're the original one, like they're World War II, like Wonder Woman, fucking Green Lantern, but like not Space Green Lantern, like Earth. I'm afraid of Wood Green Lantern.
Have you seen Green Lantern? Did you watch that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Was it
I don't remember.
as awful as people say it is?
I watched some of it.
I mean, I remember watching. It was like, hey, it's a movie. It kind of like it's like a Thor, like Thor 1 to me. It's like, oh, I watched it. I'll probably never watch it again.
I think I only watched like half an hour.
I mean, it was kind of cool. Like you see in the Green Lantern Corps, like that stuff was cool.
Yeah.
But like the bad guy, can't remember, was fucking.
I don't know. DC movies are hit or miss for me.
Well, this was like before.
I was hoping they'd
DC.
bring Shazam in, like actual Shazam,
I don't know why they haven't
into this movie.
'Cause
I thought they were going to. Surprise! They brought someone else in, but you know, I thought they were going to bring.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was like,
Yeah.
is it Superman? And it's Henry Cavill,
Yeah,
so it's like,
that was,
okay.
and it was crazy because I was reading that the new head of the Warner Brothers was like, no, I don't want it. So they actually had to go around to somehow get him in there because
Really?
yeah,
He was a great Superman. I don't
really
care what
was.
He was.
Man of Steel was a good movie.
it's like fucking Zack Snyder fucks everything up.
Man of Steel was
Yeah.
actually a decent fucking movie.
It was.
He's a good
It was
Superman.
a really good movie. He's a great. Yeah, I think
Keep him
he's
around.
a great Superman. I mean, they finally bringing him back for Man of Steel 2, which people have been waiting for years.
Was that confirmed?
Yes.
Because I saw some online and I didn't read anything. I was like, I see Man of Steel.
It's
too.
confirmed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
so-
I've read that he's like he's going to do his hopeful Superman.
But it's crazy because he's doing Man of Steel 2, but he's also going to be in House of the Dragons. And I think he's being cast in a Marvel fucking movie.
Hope he's Sentry.
God, that'd be great.
Because
I wonder who they're gonna
that's
make
basically
him.
fucking Marvel Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got
That'd be-
the S on the chest and everything.
That'd be great.
I thought they were going to actually have him be like Hercules.
See, he would have been a good Hercules,
He would have
I
been.
think.
His arms are weird, man.
Because they're short.
They're short.
They're
It's
short
almost like he's
and
missing like
large.
the shoulder portion.
He doesn't have shoulders.
It's like straight bicep, triceps, and just fucking forearms.
Probably because he's not like he's only been. I mean, he's been doing the lifting thing since
Yeah.
Man of Steel, but
It's-
he's not like The Rock who's been lifting for 400
It
years.
looks weird,
so
man.
crazy to me because like the first time I saw Henry Cavill was in Tudors, and
Yeah.
he's just this wispy little fucking shit.
The first time I saw him was in The Count of Monte Cristo,
Oh yeah,
he was the
yeah.
and then he was in
He was in Stardust.
Stardust.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember him first time he was Charles Brandon in the Tudors, and he's just this little scrawny, wispy little thing of a man.
Damn,
And
he
it's
gets
like,
fucking
okay.
jacked to play fucking superheroes. Like, fuck.
Like obviously a pretty guy, you know, he has an objectively pretty face, but he was just like he's
as long as there's no CGI mustache.
scrawny.
I still never got to that part.
What was that, Justice League?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't
Well,
made our way through the entire thing yet. So
that was the theatrical one, not the Zack Snyder one.
I mean, Zack Snyder should take a step back
He has.
from things.
Dumb shit, man.
He's a good
is-
like cinematographer. Like it's pretty.
I don't hate the things he does, but I don't necessarily like the things.
I mean, he
does.
made Dawn of the Dead, which I really liked.
I really like Sucker Punch.
I could not. I could not.
I
I did.
love.
I like Sucker Punch.
I love.
I remember
that
seeing it in theater.
movie.
I'm like, I just remember Jamie Chung's in it though. I'm like, I could do things to her.
I would do dirty things to
The
her.
dirtiest.
Yeah. No, I love Sucker Punch. I thought it was great. I don't know, but just because it was weird, it was different. I don't
It
know.
was weird.
I enjoyed it.
All right, let's press song.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
so
shit.
back to this movie. So yeah, they're, he gets with the son. They hey, what's your catchphrase? Like, you use something about the Men in Black or
Men in Black. Yeah.
Let them know the man in black sent you.
Which was funny the first time he did
He's
it because
fucking it up.
he said it to the son, like, no, say to them before you kill him. So catchphrase kill.
And then there's one, he says it like a little too late. He's already throwing the dude or whatever. He's like telling the Men in Black.
And
He's
you
like,
just, and
he
you
gets
just see
quiet.
his face. He's like, I
Like,
fucked
oh,
that
that
up
was
again.
off time.
I fucked it up again.
And then it was funny, like, he just throwing people. Like, when he's in China or wherever they're at, the Asian country. And, like, fucking Dr. Faye's like, we'll question him. He's like, did you kill him? He's like,
Oh, fuck.
He didn't make it.
yeah.
Oh!
You
Shit
didn't
was
see
funny.
him falling in the
He didn't make
background.
it.
He didn't make it.
Let's see.
There were some funny scenes, but yeah, you're right. It was very Drax in nature.
Yeah, that's what he
humor.
meant. That's what I
Yeah.
thought of.
The
It,
humor.
We
It's
even
like
talk about
Drax.
sarcasm, like,
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
that's sarcasm. No,
It
that was
wouldn't
just
go
a lie.
over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
That was, yeah, so
Yeah, when he was like, "That was sarcasm," like, no, that was just a lie.
that was funny.
That shit made
I
me
did
laugh.
think it's funny, like, when he wakes up and he just walks through the walls.
Did they not have, because
Pierce
did they
Brosnan.
not, yeah, Pierce Brosnan was like, did they not have doors where he came from? And we talked about that like probably 20 minutes before that, you know, like, what the fuck?
He's like, yeah, that's how
Yeah,
we came in. Like,
I was like, hey, does this dude not know how to use doors? What the
because
fuck?
honestly, if I had powers like that, I'd do the same thing.
Like, why? Fuck it.
Just walking through walls and shit.
Need a door to tell me how to live my life.
That shit was funny.
And then, so yeah. So here's another thing. Kahndaq or whatever, like, it's a country, but my God, it was just the fucking city the whole time. Like, where's the rest of the country?
Oh shit.
Yeah, no shit. It was all downtown. you know?
Yeah. But so yeah, he fucking the crown. Ishmael's trying to get the crown. So he ends up fighting the Justice Society and pretty much whoops their ass. But
I'll
for a
bet.
while, it was like he was doing pretty good.
It was a good little battle, man.
'cause
They were holding their own.
Yeah.
They were holding their own.
That's when I was like, holy shit, these fuckers are strong too.
Adam
When they-
Smasher comes
Yeah.
and fucking just like fucking Hulk smashes him into the
Yeah,
ground.
when she was throwing those fucking poles at him
Yeah.
and shit, I thought that shit was so goddamn cool.
That was
was
neat.
cool.
I
Even
was
though,
like-
like, I knew, like, I don't think that's gonna really do much.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, it's
Yeah.
But I
cool.
thought
Like,
she was doing like an equation in her head where it's like, all right, this is gonna, because they talk about how smart she is. It did not happen. But no, I thought she was awesome. I actually really, really enjoyed that character. Hers. I thought her fucking powers were cool. I was like, damn, her hair fucking.
I just thought
It,
like,
it was
her
like, it
hair
looked
goes
cool.
loose.
Somehow I was like, what the, I don't
What
really
is-
understand the point, but
because I feel like he could have easily just caught them and thrown them right back out there. Because
Yeah.
I don't know how much speed she has. Because he was fucking obviously.
I'm gonna assume she was quick.
I was waiting for him like to just one of those slow mos just pop in her little fucking colorful little
And just, like,
tornado or
punch
whatever.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was so pretty.
I mean, yeah, it looked cool.
It was so pretty.
And he fucking.
I'm not gonna hate on her slow mo
Shoryukens.
because I actually really enjoyed her slow mo scenes. I thought they looked really pretty.
like I said, there was just too much of that shit.
Yeah, after the first time when like
But I
the
was like-
Quicksilver kind of slow mo, it's just
Yeah.
like unnecessary.
But I was
Very
like,
great
here we
in
go
the
again.
first
There's
20
so
minutes or
many-
so, and then it just got like, oh my god!
Like every time there's a fight, it's.
I just thought of
A
the
lot of slow mo.
I thought of a lot of the critic reviews. I'm like, okay, I see what they're saying.
I didn't read any of them.
I just knew.
I
there was
went
a lot
into
of- they
this
talked
fucking
about-
movie as blind as possible, but which is probably why I enjoyed it as much as I did. Because I actually surprisingly enjoyed the shit out of this movie.
Alright.
I liked it. I liked it.
I liked
It
it.
was definitely no fucking Aquaman. Ooh.
I just think like with most of these superhero movies, like the end scene, like the end fight is just generic.
Yeah.
Beam
It's
struggle. Kind
generic one character.
It's like
We get with this
versus
one
another
villain.
character that
Oh,
has the
cool!
same
You had this
fucking
one villain
powers.
that lasts
Yeah.
10, 15
like
minutes.
I want a villain that's gonna be there
Yeah.
consistently. Like he's gonna be in movies upcoming. Just
That's
because.
always a
The
fucking problem.
Thanos or the
Yeah.
Kangs
Yeah.
or like
It's
the
like-
Galactuses.
Yeah, you
or
get these
the
last minute
Dr.
motherfuckers.
Dooms or
like
Mr.
Last minute
Sinisters.
motherfuckers that don't like. Okay, cool.
There's
You're probably
no
gonna die at the
lasting-
end.
There's no lasting power.
You know,
without it,
like
which is why I like how Marvel's doing the Kang thing, because who knows? And I heard they just cast fucking Borat to play Mephisto. It's like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I like that She-Hulk addressed that shit.
I mean,
in her finale where she was like, "All right, are we gonna do this again? Really?"
I mean, that's how a lot of those intro,
None
like
of this
the,
shit makes any fucking sense.
the origin movies are. It's like you got fucking Captain America. I mean, Red Skull showed up again, but
He did. Yeah.
Thor was the fucking that Cyclops or the Sentinel machine thing destroyed.
Yeah.
Like all these things that their origin movies always has that like disposable fucking boss at the end that they just kill and the day is saved.
It's like they have to do something different because a lot of those
I
movies
will
usually are just like, okay, they're not memorable.
I will say, like, Multiverse of Madness did do it different
I mean, because it's Wanda that's the
because
bad
it's
guy.
Wanda, but she didn't die. She's
I'm-
still
well,
around.
I'm
she buried
saying,
herself. Oh,
that's why
shit.
some of
I'm
them are
sorry.
different because they like. I mean, Loki's.
You
been
already
around
know who
for-
she is and shit, though.
Yeah.
She's been established. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Like, I feel like a movie like
different.
this, the bad guy needs to
Yeah.
be some like the bad guy should have been like Shazam or something.
Yeah.
So because you know who's gonna be
You're like,
there.
holy
Yep.
shit. Yeah.
I would have liked. See, Shazam 2 looks good. Shazam was a great fucking movie. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I like
was
Shazam.
awesome.
I just don't like how they have like 5 or 6 Shazams, like all
Yeah.
his siblings or whatever. Like,
I didn't mind that too much.
I just
But also, I'm not like invested in DC material, so I know
It just feels
I
lazy
know
sometimes. I don't know. Like, I don't
certain things, but
There's-
I don't know a lot.
there's one comic where all those kids Shazam into one Shazam, which I think is kind of cool.
Like a Power Rangers type.
yeah, yeah. So they all have
Like
to say it.
the Megazord,
Yeah. So
but
they
they're
all have to
like Mega Shazam.
just normal Shazam. They all have to say it to become the one Shazam, which I think is kind of cool. Instead of having,
The second Shazam looks pretty good. The trailer looked.
I feel like he's
good.
gonna have to. In this one, he's gonna do something so the rest of them don't have powers anymore because that's just too many Shazams going forward. Means like there's
They're all
like
gonna die.
Well, there's like six Shazams. Like he's all about Superman's strength. They got 6 Superman fighting.
I like that in the Black Adam movie too. Anytime like Superman showed up in like the posters,
Yeah,
you didn't see his face.
because he fucking zapped the motherfucker right away.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that scene where like the Batman's on the skateboard. That shit was fucking funny.
That fucking kid.
But yeah, I was like, oh, they're doing this because they haven't like
we don't know who's gonna be.
they
here.
didn't like
They-
get Henry Cavill back.
They probably
yet.
filmed that scene like literally like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because there's some movies that do that. Like
Yeah, when
first
he
of-
fucking pops up at the end, I was like, shit.
yeah, I was like,
I know
oh,
that
damn.
voice. I know that voice.
That's another thing. Like Amanda Waller. Like, oh, if you leave this, we're gonna have people like, are you the fucking like
Who
police
are
for the world?
you?
Like, I can go wherever the fuck I want.
Like,
Like,
he's like, bring him, bitch.
it's like I've
And
whole-
then Superman shows up. As soon as she said that, I was like, this is going to be a Superman cameo.
they need to have
This is going to be a Superman cameo. Let's go. Let's go.
I need to have like a Superman Shazam versus Black Adam movie because they have the first animated movie they had Black Adam and it was Superman Shazam versus Black Adam, which is it was a really good movie. It's only like fucking an hour long, but
Because, I mean, they're both just as strong as him.
and they're magic and Superman's weak to magic.
Yeah.
well, he's not weak. He's just like everyone else. Magic affects him
Differently.
Normally, like
Yeah. I got to pee. But yeah, I was happy when Superman showed up because I was
me
like,
too.
finally, here we go.
Are you talking about the post-credit scene?
Yeah.
Mid-credit scene? Whatever.
So one thing I will say about the movie, like it was like linear, like point A to point Z.
Yeah.
But it feels like sometimes instead of going A, B, C, D to Z, it's like A to D
Yeah.
to fucking J. Like it just feel like sometimes it felt almost kind of rushed a little bit. Like they just got to the next. Like, all right, so Black Adam shows up, and then next thing you know, Amanda Waller's calling fucking Hawkman.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where there's no middle, like why is it automatically a little bit more? Why is it automatically like we're going to, oh, he exists and then boom, well, we got to go catch him now. Like there's no, I feel like there should have been like, oh shit, who is this guy showing up after 5,000 years? Like
That's exactly what I was feeling. And I got the feeling like right when they were introducing the shit, it was kind of like the new Thor movie. You know, I was like, okay, you get a little bit of oh look, this is the origin, blah blah blah, and it's just gonna be like, okay, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt. So I was
About
kind of like
Thor?
already like, oh my god. No, Black Adam had that same kind of recipe, a little bit.
As Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
It's just
kind of you get that little bit, or here's blah blah blah.
yeah, it just felt like he shows up and automatically Justice Society's like,
Bump
well,
this.
we got to go kill this guy.
Huh? I bumped it.
Yeah, I think so.
Son of a bitch.
I adjusted
Yeah,
it.
you're good.
It's good now. So
It was good?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that was just some parts just felt like rushed. Like how we got to where we are. Like he's literally there. Like he literally killed the people outside the mountain, and then it goes to the fucking Justice Society. Like we got to get him.
So it goes to It felt like what the fuck. Okay, so it was beginning. We talked about that. They discovered the crown. She does a little saying, gets him out of his what she
Shazam!
thought it was his fucking graveyard, his tomb.
Yeah.
But then later
was his
realized like,
prison.
oh, this is prison.
'Cause
Boom.
of the
He does all this
wizards.
shit, destroys
'Cause
all
of the
these
Gandalfs.
motherfuckers,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
The Istari.
he gets hit with that fucking missile that's like has
The
the
Eternium.
Eternium in it,
Eternium, yeah.
fucks him up. He
So
tries to
they
fly
never
away.
really go into
Yeah.
I mean, they go into the Eternium in the beginning, but they
Just
don't.
kind of a little bit, but
So it's basically his kryptonite.
Which is weird because
But he got injured, and then there was no lasting issues,
it's like, but why is that his like kryptonite?
Yeah.
Why it's just a fucking
which is what created him.
kinda. I mean, it was the
Kinda, I
wizards that
mean-
gave him the power. It's not like the wizards. It's not like the wizards are going to be weak to that stuff, unless they had a default like weakness built in case. It
I
goes
feel like
crazy.
they just wanted to show a weakness.
I mean, obviously,
So
and
that
it's like,
there was a vulnerability.
how do they know that was his vulner? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Just-
Like, why was that missile, that fucking mortar, whatever the fuck they shot at him?
Why was it
why did they
made
have
of
that
Eternium,
Eternium?
and
Yeah.
why was there only one?
Yeah,
It was kind of weird.
because they died, so they never knew that it was his weakness.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, okay, whatever. I'll look
They did
past
die
that.
in terrible ways.
They did.
It was awesome.
I'll look past that.
It was awesome.
So they take him
love
to their
seeing them all die.
fucking their shack up in
Their shackety shack.
what's the name of the fucking
Kandak.
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 They're in Kandak, you know?
Kandak.
He wakes up. It's just kind of funny.
kills Superman's poster.
Yeah.
Like
There's
immediately.
Batman shit all over the
Yeah.
place.
Oh, we were talking about that too while you were away. How like the Superman posters and shit, you never see his face because I think they did that because they didn't know if they're gonna get Henry
Yeah.
Cavill back. Because that's crazy. Like, so he's gonna be Superman. He's in The Witcher. He's gonna be in House of the Dragon, which I'm like, what role is he fucking playing?
Yeah.
The Witcher.
Yeah.
He's going to be
shows
the
Witcher.
Witcher, which he does look like a Targaryen, and he's supposed to be in fucking Marvel. That's a lot for one fucking person.
He's probably, hey man, keep the check.
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. I'm
He's
about,
a-
to, I'm about to make
Fuck.
$100 million this
Yeah.
year.
He's also a giant fucking nerd.
It's not like
He
he's like,
loves all
it's
this
not like, oh yeah, man, you're gonna get $80,000 a year for this. Like, nah, you're gonna get fucking 150 million.
I'm getting
So-
80
He'll- like,
yeah,
$80,000
I'll
a
devote
week
my time.
probably.
He likes
Oh,
to
fuck
he likes
no,
to
a
post
day.
his like thirst trap fucking videos of him like in a tank top building a computer. Like, calm down.
So they get him to his room. He wakes up. Blah blah blah.
That shit was funny.
He goes out. He just walks through the wall.
Yeah.
The western's playing.
That shit made me laugh. Oh, when he
Man.
shoots the fucking TV.
Yeah, because he pulls out the gun,
These fucking wizards.
That
zaps
shit,
the TV.
that shit made me laugh.
Then what happens next?
He goes to the statue of his. We
Well,
think it's him.
He talks to the fucking brother because the brother was watching the Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
It was like, with the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
And you know he's talking to him, and he's just like,
I'm not a wizard.
"I'm not a wizard." Okay,
I can fix that. Don't worry about it. when he
I'm an
fucks up his
electrician.
TV.
So then, yeah, he after he leaves the house, he goes to the statue and he's just staring there, and that's when like the sun goes out, and
Well, he says to the statue, "Forgive me,"
yeah,
Oh
which
yeah.
is like your first hint that, oh, that's not
Not
you.
him.
That's not you. It doesn't look like you either. So
But I guess before he goes there, he's floating slowly down, and the
Yeah,
fucking
the
dude's
sun.
on the skateboard like talking to him about shit like
That
your
skateboard
catchphrase.
seems so fucking pointless. And yeah, he just kept floating like, oh, just float like I'm in a fucking ocean or
He
something.
floated a lot in this
Yeah,
movie.
he did. I just cool.
I mean,
And,
if I
you
could
know-
fly, I'd be floating all the goddamn time. Fuck
Yeah,
walking.
exactly. Fair. Like, I'd also float.
That shit made me kind of giggle a little bit because it's like this dude just floating, whatever, man. Like through the city and shit.
So yeah, he's outside this, or looking at a statue on
Outfit
the
was very tight.
this. Yeah,
It's uncomfortable. Like, ugh.
What?
was it?
His outfit.
Because it shows that's just him, the thing he made with his power.
Yeah, so you're naked,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And then you can come up with a better neckline.
Back in 2600
like-
That was the
BC.
fucking. That was
The
the
hell?
swag.
That was the
Fine.
style. That was the style.
That the
Well, what about when,
the
like-
neckline? It's just
You remember when like
it's working
fucking
for me.
what's his face, Hawkman?
Yeah.
He hopped out of the fucking ship that first time, and he was just in his like kind of regular clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And he started changing. I'm like, damn, his butt just got exposed.
Did it?
Yeah,
I didn't even
It's like his
notice.
clothes just fucking like
Oh, yeah.
evaporated, and then
I didn't
New
notice.
suit came on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wings show up. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, what the hell?
The whole time seeing him too, I was like, he would have been a perfect fucking recast for Chadwick Boseman.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
He really like
He
from like here to
personified-
here, like he
it-
looked like him.
He personified him. Like, honestly,
You
I
know,
think he
his
would have been
voice-
great.
He reminds me of a fucking Warren from Grey's Anatomy. He talks like him.
Oh, get the paddle.
He talks just like him. Get the paddles. Charge him to 1,000.
Charge him to
I
1,000.
need 47 cc's.
He does talk like him.
He sounds
Aldous
just like
Hodge.
him, man.
Aldous Hodge.
But yeah.
He's a great actor.
So that happens, right? Like I'm trying to remember.
So Hawkman shows his butt.
So he's
That's
staring at the statue,
I didn't
and the
notice
son
that
is
at
out there
all.
like he steals the radio from that one guy that's checking cars.
Yeah.
The Scottish dude.
Yeah, and then he fucking
Or Irish. I don't know. It's
And
hard to
this
tell.
kid is like, that's the other thing that kind of bugged me.
I didn't
I'm
like
like,
this kid.
this motherfucker,
I
he's just
hated
like
him.
killing people and shit, whatever. Like,
Oh,
I'm like,
so that's something that made me laugh too,
Yeah.
was when
who's
they're
going to
in
teach
the,
him violence?
Who's going to teach him the violence? His father?
his father's dead.
Sorry for your
But-
loss.
That shit did make me laugh. That
I mean,
shit made me laugh.
that was
I
funny.
was like, all right, this is stupid.
But
as
I
shit.
mean,
I like it.
in real life, I was like, if this kid is like, it's just, hey man, these people
He'd
are
be
being
so
killed and shit. Like, you're just like,
traumatized.
whatever, man. Hell yeah.
He'd
Like,
be so traumatized.
you need some fucking
Just stands
therapy.
on shit, starts fucking diamond cutter and shit.
He does the Illuminati fucking
He's
symbol.
like fucking. Yeah, then that. Yeah, so he kills the people. That's when goddamn Justice Society shows up. He whoops up on them, and then he goes to this little fucking throne room thing, and that's when the Justice
doesn't-
Society's talking to the girl like,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Where the fuck have you been for the last 20 years when
She
my husband
straight
died?"
called him
And they're
out.
like, you don't understand. Like, he needs to be stopped. He's not a fucking hero.
She straight
like-
called them out, and she was right.
She fucking
She was.
right.
She was.
I mean,
He's not a hero to you.
I didn't like the kid. I didn't really like her very much.
I didn't mind her.
They were
her?
annoying.
She's
Yeah,
alright. I thought-
she annoyed me.
I didn't mind her.
I don't know what
The
it
kid
was.
annoyed me.
The
The
kid
kid
didn't.
annoyed me, but kids are just annoying.
He just seemed pointless to me. I'm like,
They
and
they did that because they want grizzled old man with kid sidekicks.
Well, they
I mean,
wanted to fucking have that, like, the similarity between his family when he was 5,000 years ago.
I won't say
Because
he
the
seemed,
wife in the past looked just like the fucking
Yeah.
kid's mom.
I won't say he seemed pointless to me. His actions seemed pointless to me.
I didn't
the
even
shit he
notice
was
that.
doing
I thought it was the same
it
actress.
seemed
honestly.
pointless to me. I'm like, what is this skateboard shit? What is this, a fucking, like, I don't know. It was
It's
fucking
fucking-
dumb
What
to me.
year is
Early
this?
90s
Yeah.
Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles movie and shit.
Well, he
Skateboarding
was,
through
yeah,
the sewer.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Ninja Turtles. I'm like, you're using the skateboard for no fucking reason.
Get
Like,
a fucking bike. Get a goddamn e-bike.
Toss
What
it.
year is it? Fuck
Get some
shit.
goddamn Heelys.
These
Let me-
motherfuckers
oh,
got
shit.
bikes that can teleport.
they're
Why-
looking for me. Let me skate down. Duck
Yeah,
down.
why not just stay
Loud
where I'm
as
at? Like, where they're
hell.
not fucking.
That's exactly what I thought.
Fucking
I was like,
dumb,
why
dude.
wouldn't you just stay there?
you have your phone. Call your fucking mom.
idiot. Stupid ass kids. Kids are stupid.
But yeah, I was like, all right, whatever, man. I'll look past that. Even though it was kind of like, okay,
I
stupid.
can't stand most kids in movies. Like they always make really
And he
poor
seemed kind of like, yeah,
choices.
like this kid needs some fucking help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Daddy Adam, can you fucking beat me or something? I need it.
He has some issues. Like you're okay with just watching people get brutally fucking murdered right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm fucking
There's problems here, man.
So he fights the Justice Society.
beats their ass, goes to his
their ass.
fucking throne while she's talking shit to these fuckers. Like,
Yeah.
you guys didn't do shit before. Why do you care now? Oh, because he's a bad
And
guy.
then
Like,
Pierce Brosnan knew,
and?
like, hey, you have the fucking crown. Like,
but she didn't.
Let me check your bag.
He had it. The
Let
kid
me
went
check
took
your
back to
bag.
the.
and then it got to the point, like, look, okay, like, no fighting. I can fucking, you guys talk.
No
Yeah.
fighting,
I'll
no
listen.
fighting.
She goes to him, like, he's like, no, violence. Like, come on, motherfucker, whatever.
Hey,
He's like,
dude,
all right, man.
chill, man.
Okay, I'll
God.
listen to him, whatever. Bring him up here. They go up there. They kind of talk. What the fuck they talk about?
I don't know. It always
It was,
just devolved into him and Hawkman like wanting to fight each other.
I know.
How
Which
he
I
needs to
thought was
surrender.
kinda- I always
Peaceful surrender.
Oh, yeah, because they're not leaving unless they take
yeah.
him with them as a prisoner.
I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, all right, this dude just really just wants to beat his ass,
But then,
and I'm okay with that. That's fine.
so then the kid gets kidnapped and he goes out trying to murder people to find him. And turns out he didn't. He wasn't on one of those sweet space bikes.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
the fuck were those bikes?
Things are cool.
Fucking that.
It's like
I
they have
know.
huge storage compartments.
Yeah.
Like you can fit a whole ass person in there.
So then they find out he's in the desert because he was about to kill Piggy. I was going to kill him, but you showed up. So they're still alive, aren't they?
Like whatever, you liar.
Yeah.
When they got into that fight in the apartment too, that shit was kind of funny because I was like, They're
Pierce
never-
Brosnan just like
I'm going to sit this
throws
one
a
out.
mint in his mouth.
Yeah.
that shit made me
He
laugh.
said, I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah. I was
then-
like, they're never gonna be able to live in this fucking apartment again.
I
There's
thought,
nothing
what
left.
the you guys are just destroying
There's
everything.
just nothing left.
So they find out he's in the desert. They like, agree, we're going to go fucking get him. And then the guy's like, give me the crown. The mom's like, okay. And Hawkman's like, no. He's
Nah,
like,
bitch. No.
I don't give a fuck about the rest of this shit. I want my son back. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever I got to do. And
And you know what? Good on her.
yeah. So she gives him the crown. He shoots fucking the kid. He shows the fucking Ant-Man. Black Adam fucking blocks a bullet.
That shit had me a little stressed out.
I know. I was like, is he going to make it?
God damn.
Oh, dude.
what
I'm
the
like, oh, this kid's about to
fuck?
fucking croak.
Like,
He fucking made it.
is DC gonna do it? Are they gonna kill a fucking kid right in
They
front of
need to.
us?
He fucking blocked the bullet, fucking raged out, Super Saiyan, electrified everything.
He
Somehow hurt the
electrocuted
kid.
the kid. So
And then he was like, I guess I am a bad guy or something. So then he walks
he went and
finally.
had an existential crisis. He was like, maybe it's like the scene in Wreck-It Ralph. Maybe I am bad.
He fucking walks, says
I
Shazam,
might be a bad guy, but I'm not a bad guy.
Shazam.
turns a normal person, gets
He's all
taken to
scrawny and
fucking goddamn secret base under the water.
They put him in
Big
the
old head. They put
hyperbaric
it.
chamber.
They put him in suspended animation.
Yeah. And
Who
then,
were all those other
I don't know. I was gonna look and see if I could, because you know there's some nerds online. who
Oh
fucking-
yeah, they're like,
new
oh man.
rock stars like YouTube?
I was
channel
wondering that
watched?
because there was some that were empty, but there was a lot of them
There's a
that had
couple in the
people in it.
background that were really
So-
big too. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
So new rock stars always goes through and does all that shit. So I'm probably gonna watch that video tomorrow just to
New
see.
rock stars. I
But
never heard of them.
they're the ones I always watch. They do like the recaps and stuff, like Easter eggs and all that shit of all the shows and movies and stuff.
But then, so then they have to go back, and because
They get
Homeboy gets fucking
real
the
in
crown,
detail.
comes back to life, and gets all.
Yeah, because they were dumb enough not to understand that death is the path to life. What do you think that means? There's a reason he did. God, you guys have never fucking played.
But
an
wait,
RPG.
didn't she like translate it as "life is the path to death"? And
Yeah, but
everyone's
then
like,
And then they
Inverted
figured
it?
it like,
They
oh wait, the
inverted
hell and its shit is
because
mirrored.
I went to the bathroom right at that point, so I
So
didn't see.
pretty much shit being mirrored. They're like, oh wait, death is the
like,
path,
oh,
the way to life or whatever. That's kind of where they figured it. Like, oh shit.
I went to the bathroom, and right when I came back is when he first turned devil mode, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
So his
His
body
design
started like
was
setting
kinda
fire.
cool.
Yeah, so I saw his like in the body bag. He started moving. I'm like, I gotta go pee real quick.
his design was pretty cool.
It was kind of cool. And then
He
yeah,
looked like Satan.
they're like, "Oh, we gotta go fight him, and you're gonna die, Carter."
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm not afraid to die. He's like, that's why I was afraid to tell you about the future.
Yeah.
And they get there, and Dr.
like
Fate's
their
like,
friendship.
psych, I'm going to
Watch
die, motherfucker.
this. I'm gonna
Tricked
Doctor
you. There was a
Strange
third option because he mentioned it in the beginning.
Hey, There's
Did-
always
did he?
3 options.
He mentioned like 3 options. He
Yeah.
mentioned 3 options. Yeah.
He's like the good plan, or no, the no plan, the bad plan. He's like, there's always a third option.
There's always a third option. Pretty much, I think when he was telling him like, this is a terrible fucking plan or
Yeah.
a terrible idea in the beginning.
He's like, better a bad plan than no plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
he's
I
"But
like that
there's
a lot.
third
I'm like, okay,
option."
cool. You brought back
brought
the
it
third
back.
option. I'm like, good. I like
He
that.
brought it back.
And then he's talking to him from across the world. Like, hey, wake up, shithead. I know you hear me.
Hey, motherfucker.
The,
And
the
then
whole
he
time I was
gets-
wondering, like, where the fuck did they put you, man? Like,
He's under the
you
sea.
fucking, you escaped. You're fighting these weak ass guards, and then
Yeah.
like you're like
Floating up.
500 feet
But
in
I'm
the
pretty
ocean.
sure it was like icy out there. So, like,
Yeah.
how are you not freezing?
There was
to
ice
death?
chunks and
Antarctica,
shit.
probably.
It's like, fuck. So he gets there, and he has his death dream with his family. It's not your time, daddy.
No,
Say the word.
It's like Gladiator.
Yeah, exactly. Shazam.
I feel like there was a lot of that too. I mean, I'm sure it worked for some people, but I was kind of like, all right, man, I'm tired of these flashback type deals. Like, it worked. Don't get me wrong.
The flashback where you find out that it was his son that was
Yeah,
the hero,
that
not
was
him.
good.
That makes sense. And then, yeah, but I guess the when he's in the water, it's not a flashback. It's like literally him being dead.
It was
Yeah.
like a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he shows
It
up.
just felt like too much for me. But
It was a lot. Like back
I'll
and
have to watch it
forth.
again.
Yeah.
All right.
Then he beats the
And this
motherfucker's
is one
ass.
of those rare DC movies that I'm like, I'll watch it again. The second Suicide Squad, also, because
I'm gonna watch it again when it. I mean, I'm not going to
Second
theater to
Suicide-
see it again.
the
see
second
it.
Suicide Squad.
I
was
like
actually
watching a movie at
hilarious.
least twice, because sometimes like that second time
You notice more shit.
you just completely change your opinion about it. Like, oh fuck, I really didn't like this movie the first time. Okay, it's okay the second time,
That's
or the
happens.
opposite. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, that was all right. And you watch
It's
that
like,
time, like,
yeah. Oh shit, never
Yeah.
mind.
no wonder
this
everyone
is-
hated this fucking movie.
Dumpster trash.
No, it was yeah. Then so he gets there, fucking rips the dude in half.
This
Well,
is
at the damn
where I dozed off.
So yeah, they're fighting. Fucking Hawk Man picks up the helmet, so he does a little illusion shit.
Yeah, got him, dude.
He
So
got him.
those scenes were actually really cool in the beginning, where Dr. Fate multiplied himself and
Yeah,
was holding him. I thought that was fucking cool.
and then he did it again.
And then he did it again. Yeah.
He did.
It's
So-
like, all right, we know his strategy.
Yep, multiply. That same thing
Hold
Hawkman
that
did.
motherfucker. Get his arm. Get his
Hawkman
hand.
did the same thing when he got the power. The fucking like, is this the helmet of multiplication?
Yeah.
So
What if that was the name? Like,
That'd be kinda
oh, okay, that
hilarious.
makes sense. All right.
yeah, it would
That's
make
pretty
sense.
on the nose. I mean,
So then Ant-Man, God, why do I want to say Ant-Man?
Giant
Black
Man?
Adam fucking shows
shit.
up.
I said Giant Man.
He fucking whoops that ass, rips the dude in two. He says,
He
some,
literally killed some people in some fucked up ways.
"Oh yeah, he did."
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, we made a great team, Atom Smasher. Don't fucking push your luck." And
Yeah.
He said some shit. They leave.
You and
Movie
me.
ends because he's like, I don't like this throne. I'll
And
be
he
the. I'll be.
smashes it.
I don't want to be the king. I'll be the protector.
Yeah.
And then boom, post credit scene. Amanda Waller's like, "Hey,
Bitch.
don't fucking leave your country, or we're gonna have the big guns come after you." And Superman's like, "We gotta have a talk."
Hey. Hey.
She's so
He shows
annoying to
up.
me, man.
She's so fucking obnoxious.
She fucking is.
And,
Like,
you know, obviously that's the point.
Yeah.
But goddamn. And then Spider-Man. Superman shows up.
Spider-Man showed up.
Superman shows up.
yep. He's
And
like,
it's
"Hey,
Henry Cavill.
Black Adam. We gotta have
and
a
it's
talk."
like, hey, yes.
And then it ends.
It's awesome.
He got there fast, huh? He was like, "Hey, you can't leave, or I'm gonna bring. I got friends in other planets, or they're
He's
not
got,
for this
Yeah.
planet."
she's got a friend in low places.
And then it's like
where
he
the
showed up.
whiskey talks
Because
and
he,
the
like,
he was
beer
like,
chases.
"There's no one on this earth, or there's no one you have from this earth that could be me." He's like, "Well, I got someone not from Earth."
Yeah. Bring it on, or whatever.
Because like the rest of them,
damn, we showed up fast.
the rest of the people that could, besides
He
Shazam,
was
it's like
bored.
Shazam, Superman, and not many other characters could stand up to Black Adam. I'm trying to think of other ones that could.
I mean,
Martian Manhunter.
yeah,
That's about it.
Wonder Woman's strong, but not that strong.
Yeah, it depends on the comic.
mean,
There's comics where she
I think
whoops the
she
shit out of
could.
Superman.
I think she could hold her own.
Yeah.
She's strong.
She
Just
can hold her
like
own.
with all comics, it
she's
just depends
pretty-
on the writer.
Wonder
Yeah.
Woman's pretty badass. Like
Because there's one comic where she straight up ripped Superman's spine out, killed him. Like, oh shit.
Wonder Woman's pretty badass, so I think she could hold her own against
Yeah.
him. Killer
Yeah.
Croc, obviously, you know.
Killer Croc.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
Oh, I'm not wearing my Crocs.
Fucking Superman, Shazam, Wonder Woman, I guess.
Green Lantern, right?
He'd get his ass beat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Green Lantern, so.
I mean, he's like the tier below those guys.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like he
okay,
could take
so
anyone else, but like
He's like lesser god level.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like
It's a cool ass power.
Green
Yeah.
Lantern
Yeah.
power.
Change,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Like you wear the ring, you can change into whatever.
yeah. You anything you imagine, as long as you have a
if
strong
you-
enough will.
What if you turn into Superman?
If your will's strong enough, you'd just be Green Superman.
Yeah.
You'd have like a Green Superman suit on.
Green Superman. He'd be Gamora, but a Superman.
But he's fought Superman a bunch. It depends on which Green Lantern. Like Hal Jordan, he turns into the White Lantern, which is like all of the colored lanterns and beats everyone's ass.
It's racist.
Well,
When you combine all the colors, you know what I mean?
it's just
You
weird
become
because
super powerful.
you don't realize how many different
What?
like there's Green Lantern's will. There's fucking Yellow Lantern, which is anger or rage or hate,
Oh, shit.
fear.
The
There's-
My Little Ponies.
there's
could
Red
beat 'em
Lantern.
with friendship.
I'm pretty sure there's a friendship lantern. The Red Lantern's rage because there's a fucking cat like whose
The
owner
Care
got killed.
Bears. They'll Care Bear stare him to death.
Care Bears
Oh,
there.
God, what? How many fucking lanterns are there?
Fucking 5.5 quarters.
There's a fucking Black Lantern in which you control dead people
This
and
is
shit.
just evolving
Aye,
into
bruh.
some like nonsense.
Get up from the
now.
death.
Because Batman became a Black Lantern.
Hey, bro. Get
You
up
asked
from the
me
death.
about like Game of Thrones or X-23 or like Marvel characters, and I got the info. But like DC shit, I don't know a lot about DC.
I do.
Like I
don't read a lot of it because
I like
the comics kind of get boring because it's the same thing
certain
over and over.
shit.
Like,
And you know
oh,
what?
it's a
I never got
crisis.
into the comics or any of that shit like when I was younger because they always kind of bored me, man.
It's
It,
because the same. They always reboot it like every 5
Yeah.
years. Like, oh, we got a new Crisis on Infinite Earths going.
like
on.
I have a shitload of cards for DC, but even those cards used to be like
they're just
"Ugh,
boring.
this is
They're
boring as fucking me, man.
bland.
Something
Did I tell
about
you I got-
Marvel just like shined.
Yeah,
more
did I tell you
for
I
me.
got Jubilee's first appearance comic book for like cheap,
Oh,
and
yeah?
he sent me 2.
Yeah,
So he sent me a graded one, and then he sent me one to read.
fucking Jubilee. What was her first comic?
It was what was it?
Isn't that crazy?
Fucking.
The Astonishing X-Men number
It
482.
was. It was.
we have it there.
The Uncanny X-Men number 5.
It was the Uncanny X-Men, like number 43.
Close. You were close.
Something
you
like
said
that.
42.
Yeah, so it was something like that. I can't remember. We have it like right there, but yeah,
It's always crazy. Like you look at some of those comics.
she's
It's
an
not really-
she's an underrated character. God damn it! I don't care
'cause she
that all
shoots
she
little sparklers.
little sparklers. She
I'd take
became
that
a
power.
vampire at one point and a single mom.
It's just weird. Like they're like Uncanny X-Men number 400, but then you look at like Action Comics number 9002.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn. Because they always have like they do these new
Ugh.
comics, like new Superman, but they always have the Action Comic version, like the main storyline. Oh damn, we're at 110 minutes. 110. 1 hour, 10
an hour
minutes.
and
100.
Now in 8 minutes, I just got hiccups.
Yep. You sound like
happen?
Goofy. Yep.
Hey, Pete.
So it's Uncanny X-Men number 244.
God damn it.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
You need to scare me.
Yep.
Boogie, boogie, boogie. No,
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
that didn't work. No. Oh, god damn it. That was my best work.
Fucking hiccups, dude.
I know. Do 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 do.
I didn't drink anything right now. That's a lie. This video's a lie.
All right, so what would you give this movie?
I rarely get them, but
What would...
you know what?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I might go a little higher. Fuck, it's tough though.
No, yeah, I don't know. Shit.
I say
I'll give it an 8.
I give it 7.5.
I'll give it an 8. I actually enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Made me snort a little bit.
It has rewatchability.
Yeah,
but there's things that I was like, what the fuck? This is stupid.
Meh. Yeah.
I think I'd stay with a 7,
I'm
which
gonna
is
go with
pretty
an 8.
good.
I'm gonna go with an 8 because I actually really enjoyed it.
So 7, 7.5, 8.
An 8.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works. Because I liked it. There was just parts like I was telling him like it was linear, it got from point A to point Z, but sometimes it was like instead of going A B C D, it was like A D.
Q.
It was in order, but it just felt like some stuff was just skipped and missed. Like almost, I don't want to say rushed, but they just wanted to get to the end quick, I guess, or they wanted to get to certain
They
points
wanted
quick.
the end game
Yeah.
quickly, which is crazy because it was a long movie.
It was a long movie.
Yeah.
I only peed once.
2 hours
I didn't
and
pee
some
at all.
change.
I had to. Because I started watching it and I had to pee like as soon as it started. Like, fuck.
I hate when that happens.
Fucking shit.
It's the fucking worst.
It is.
So I always try to pee before.
I did too. That's the thing.
Oh, well,
But I had a
shit.
big old fucking drink. And the previews were so long. You know what movie I want to
Yeah.
see in the previews? Dungeons and Dragons.
That shit looks so stupid.
It
and
looks
Nah, man, you
fun.
see Michelle
That
Rodriguez?
looks
She got
so
yoked.
fucking like, it reminds me of the old school RPG.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to see it.
It
see
looks
them
so
guns?
stupid
Like, hey,
and
Dom.
fun.
I've been
Like, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this looks so dumb. I want to watch it
it looks
over
just
and
like,
over again. Just get Michelle Rodriguez out.
it just
No,
looks
Don't
like,
like her.
She's tatted
Dog,
up.
did you see your fucking like goddamn chokeslam motherfucker in that
Yeah.
shit?
She got buff, dude.
She did get buff. Good
That's
for
because
her,
she's
I
fucking
guess.
eating that pussy and fucking gets you fucking strong.
Is that what does it? It's like protein.
I think so.
strength.
But it just looks because you know
That one-
he's a bard and you got your fucking.
Oh, in the end when
Yeah.
he's like with
Yeah.
the loot, that shit was
It
hilarious.
looks like a classic RPG.
It looks-
Who is he?
So-
Who's the main dude?
Chris Pine.
Chris
Chris Pine.
Pine. Yeah, he was in the first Wonder Woman.
It's like some
And
fun.
the second
Yeah, yeah.
one,
Yeah,
He got
when-
raped.
he did get raped. She
so
did rape him.
you know,
Well, it wasn't him. It was the guy in his
I've
body.
told
Yeah.
people, I was like, Wonder Woman in the second one, she was a rapist the entire time. How dare she? Swap the genders. Tell me if that's okay. It's not. It's not. It's not okay.
She's just a strong, powerful woman who don't need no man.
She's a strong, independent black woman,
Damn right she
and
is.
she don't need no men
What are the movies
to
and the
tell her
trailers
yes.
we're looking at besides
Devotion. That one looks really good. I want to watch that one.
Which one was that?
That's the pilot one. Jonathan Majors is in it. The Korean War one.
Tell me names, man. I don't know how many times I got to tell you.
Kang
like,
is
you
Kang
tell
the
me
Con-
names. I
Kang
don't know.
from
Kang
Loki.
the Conqueror.
Okay, okay.
He's in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah,
And it's the white pilot that was one of the pilots in fucking Maverick.
yeah.
Yeah?
I was like, damn, this guy really likes
As soon as
playing-
I saw him,
He
I'm like,
really
oh,
likes
yeah.
airplanes.
Yeah.
Okay. That one looks really good.
It does.
Creed 3.
I didn't see that one. The trailer.
We watched
Watch
it
the trailer for
the
that.
other day. It looks Jonathan Majors is in that one.
Of course
too.
it is.
After we get off of this,
He got
I'll show it to you.
He got fucking jacked.
What other trailers
that
do they show
role.
though?
They didn't show Avatar. Just 'cause
Mine,
surprised.
I saw Avatar in mine.
We
Really?
didn't see Avatar in ours.
We didn't get it.
There was not that Knives Out sequel was there.
We didn't get
Didn't
that.
see that one either.
Mario.
The Mario one. That one looks pretty good.
I just don't like the voice.
He's doing the old fucking New York accent.
Same here. It didn't even sound like that to me. It just sounded like a straight up American dude for Mario. I'm like,
Fucking Midwest.
okay,
Bowser sounded good though.
that just make
That's Jack Black.
Yeah.
It's insane.
just make him sound fucking Italian. Fuck it,
Can
man.
you hand me a beer, please?
What other ones did they have?
I'm Mario.
It's me. So
It's
the
gonna be like,
dude.
hey, scumbag is me. I'm walking here.
I'm walking
Mario.
here.
I'm walking here.
The dude who does the "It's a me, Mario," he's in the movie too. He fucking voices one of the characters,
It's gonna be
or
a character.
he does some voicing.
What other previews did they have?
What did we see? It was
Obviously, Black Panther. They
Yeah.
had that.
I think that was the first one.
the Black Panther. Like every time I see a trailer, I'm like, God, I want to watch this movie.
We got Black Panther. We got Mario. We got
Devotion, the pilot one.
Pilot.
Yeah,
Fuck.
There's like two more. I think.
I can't remember.
Because I can't remember.
There's like 48 of them, so shit.
We didn't have that many.
Man, I got
We had
there.
like 5.
I got there at like 3:05, and the movie didn't fucking start till like 3:45. Wah, 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 wah. All right, let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
So this podcast 102. We be that there fucking.
Yep.
We ranked this movie. We be that cream
We
that run
did
to the top.
do
We sure do
ranking.
be.
We should do.
We ranked it.
We should do be. We should do be.
Y'all recommend it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, go
recommend
watch it. It was a good time.
Good action. Good fight scenes.
It was funny. It had its funny
I
moment.
watch movies like this and like, why can't they make a Dragon Ball Z fight scene like
Thank
movie
you.
like live
That's exactly
action?
what I thought the first 20 minutes. Because it seemed like the teleportation, right? Like,
Yeah. Give me that shit, but
Yeah.
I don't.
I recommend it. I actually do recommend a DC movie for once. And yeah.
a lot of slow-mo
I
shit.
thought
So
it was, yeah, get used to that shit. And bad soundtrack choices.
DC
but other than
stands
that-
for.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
soundtrack choice is kind of like, okay, why the fuck
Meh.
y'all use this shit? And the kid and that situation was kind of, I don't know, like, all right, whatever. But
But if
other
you
than
can
that,
look past that,
good
you'll
movie.
like it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
The black guy with wings isn't a freaking weak human. He's actually really strong.
Oh,
So
he's a badass.
not like a fucking falcon.
He's
Great character.
fucking
Yeah, I know.
awesome. He's awesome.
He was pretty good.
So-
Do-do-do.
They made Hawkman not corny, which was great. So, all right.
all right, till next
See you
time. Podcast 103.
nerds.
we got
Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers, episode
Seven.
seven, which is I forgot the name.
Point Blank.
The breaking point.
Breaking Point.
Breaking Point. Yeah,
That's
Breaking
close.
Point. All right. So
Point
we're almost
Break.
to the end.
See ya.
Point Break.